Episode 3. The 100k, 125k and 260k tax traps every lawyer must avoid. Welcome back to the 6 Minute Partner, the show helping UK lawyers build wealth with clarity, confidence and zero jargon. I'm David Shepherd, and today we're tackling 3 silent income killers: the 100k tax trap, the 125k tax trap, the 260k pension taper trap. Most lawyers fall into at least one. Some fall into all 3 and lose thousands a year without realising. Part 1. The 100k trap, the personal allowance, slow death. This is the most common trap for senior associates, salaried partners and new equity partners. Once your adjusted income passes 100k, your personal allowance, 12,570, starts tapering away. It's fully gone at 125,140. Effective result? That slice, your marginal rate is roughly 60%. For every £1 you earn between 100k and 125k, 40p goes in income tax. 20p effectively disappears because you lose personal allowance, 60p gone, 40p kept. Most lawyers don't see it. It's not a new headline rate, it's baked into the mechanics. If you earned an extra 10,000 in that band, you might lose around 6,000 to this combined effect. And if you're listening to this thinking, I have no idea if that's me, you're exactly who this is for. Part 2. The 125k trap, the invisible tax spike. Above 125,140, you're out of the 60% band, but deep into higher rate territory. This is where bonuses land, drawings step up, profit shares kick in, you're working harder, billing more, contributing more, and yet your after-tax position doesn't move as much as you'd expect. The trap isn't just the rate, it's the lack of planning around how income is taken, especially in LLPs. Intentional use of pension, ISAs and investment structures here is about efficiency within the rules, not clever schemes. Part 3. The 260k trap, the pension annual allowance taper. This is the one that catches many equity partners off guard. At 260,000 of adjusted income, your personal annual allowance starts to taper down from 60,000. It can reduce to as low as 10,000 depending on income. If you or the firm continue contributing as if you still have the full allowance, you can trigger an unexpected tax charge. Most firms aren't monitoring this for you personally. Many accountants only spot it once the year is done. The result? January suddenly becomes interesting. This can be managed by tracking firm plus pension contributions, understanding your adjusted income, using carry forward where available. Planned in advance, you stay within the rules and still make long-term progress. Part 4. The fix. How lawyers avoid all 3. These traps are rarely solved with clever accounting. They're solved with structure and timing. A simple version of what thoughtful planning looks like. Before 100k, understand how close you are, whether it makes sense to adjust contributions. Between 100 to 125k, be aware you're in a 60% marginal zone. Planning here can make a meaningful difference. Beyond 125k, use structures intentionally to keep your long-term plan efficient, not just more tax, more stress. Around the 260k, monitor contributions monthly, not yearly. Quarterly reviews are your friend. Your income moves quickly, your planning has to keep up. So that's the reality of the 100k, 125k and 260k tax traps. They're not designed to catch you out, but they absolutely will if you don't look for them. If your income is anywhere near these bands, make a note to pull your last tax calculation and just look at how the income is treated. Awareness turns mystery tax into a conscious decision. Next episode, the cash problem. Why lawyers hoard too much cash and how to fix it. I'm David Shepherd, this is the 6 Minute Partner. If this episode has helped, send it to one colleague who hit a big promotion in the last year.
Please note that the discussion points we cover in this podcast are our own views or those of the guest speakers and do not constitute as financial advice. We always recommend that you speak with a professional before considering your own situation and taking action.